Wilbert, the forest engine, was visiting the island of Sodor. The fat controller wanted him to help on the Little Western. Duck and Oliver were most thankful. "I've never seen the truck so well behaved," smiled Duck. "Keep up the good work." One morning, Wilbert was arranging trucks to take to the chute. He noticed one sat near the back of the sidings. It looked shabby and timid. "Hello," called Wilbert. "What are you doing back there?" The truck eyed Wilbert silently. "Would you like to come out with me? I have a train to take soon."
"No," shuddered the truck. "I'm fine. Don't bother with me. Be off with you."
Wilbert puffed away in bewilderment.
"Were you talking to old Scruffy earlier?" asked Oliver that night.
"Scruffy?" pondered Wilbert. "Why's he called that? He seems in as good a nick as the other trucks." "You should have seen him before Oliver's little stunt," chuckled Duck. "What do you mean?" asked Wilbert. Oliver recounted the story. Wilbert was speechless. "You didn't!"
"I did," replied Oliver. "Trucks don't play tricks on me now."
"That's no way to earn respect," fumed Wilbert. "Why, we treat all rolling stock on my line with great care. No wonder he wouldn't come with me. The poor thing must be scared stiff."
"Oh, don't pity him," grumbled Oliver. "His wooden frames may be new, but his rotten attitude's stuck. He'll trip you up if you're not careful."
"Well, I'll take more care than you. I won't have to rip him apart to make him behave." The two engines argued well into the night. Poor Duck felt he wouldn't be getting much sleep. The next morning, Toad tried to smooth things over, but to no avail. "You mean to tell me it was your idea, Toad?" spluttered Wilbert.
"Not to pull him apart, you understand, Mr. Wilbert," replied Toad. "I only thought if Mr. Oliver showed the trucks his strength, they'd respect him again."
"Unbelievable," sighed Wilbert. "I suppose I'll have to show you the proper way to make trucks behave." Toad gulped. This wasn't going to end well. Soon, Wilbert was arranging another train. He buffered up to Scruffy, who immediately protested. "I know you're frightened," smiled Wilbert, "but you needn't be. I won't bump you or pull you apart."
"You won't?"
replied Scruffy sheepishly. "Of course not," said Wilbert. "Kindness is always the answer."
"Oh, thank you. You are a good engine," stammered Scruffy.
Wilbert pushed Scruffy to the back of the train. As soon as he ran around front, a devilish grin flashed across the old truck's face.
"What's this, lads?" he growled at the other trucks. "This rotten engine got you acting chicken?"
"He's strong,"
replied the ballast trucks.
"We don't stand a chance against him."
"You do now. You let old Scruffy do the thinking, and you'll be all right."
The trucks giggled as Scruffy explained his plan. Wilbert was unaware and set off smoothly when the signal dropped. If you've traveled on the Little Western, you've likely noticed the ramshackle sight that is Bulgy's Bridge. After its namesake incident, it was haphazardly repaired, but the cracks were showing again. As Duck took his morning train over it, he felt a bump in the track. Oh, must tell the fat controller about that, he yawned. Unfortunately, Duck was so sleep-deprived from the previous night, he forgot to mention it. Wilbert soon came puffing along, and Scruffy was lying in wait. Just before the bridge, it happened.
Now!
Cried Scruffy. The trucks bumped Wilbert hard. There was a snap. Scruffy's coupling came loose, and he and the brake van began slowing down. At the bump in the bridge, he bounced, lurched, and stopped, his front wheels off the rails. He was tilting down the embankment and very frightened.
Ooh! Help!
He cried. Wilbert was too focused on the other trucks to notice. Come along, do behave. Come along, do behave, he sang. The guard locked the brakes in the van, then ran back to the last station. Scruffy was alone and regretting his plan. When Wilbert reached the big station, he was in for a surprise. Where's your brake van? Demanded the station master. We had one when we left, Wilbert replied, astonished. He looked at the trucks. Do you lot have anything to do with this?
Don't look at us! It was Scruffy's idea!
They shrieked. Oh dear, sighed Wilbert. Scruffy grew more frightened as time passed. Suddenly, he saw Wilbert and the crane backing towards him.
Oh, I'm saved,
he sighed. No, you're not, replied Wilbert sternly. I was kind to you, and you tricked me.
Ha!
Snorted Scruffy.
You engines only bang us about or pull us apart. We won't stand for it.
I prefer to be kind to my trucks, said Wilbert. But if that's how you feel, I'll just take the crane back to the yard.
No, no,
wailed Scruffy.
Please, I'll behave, I swear.
That's better, smiled Wilbert. After Scruffy was rescued, the Fat Controller ordered the swift repair of Bulgy's bridge. Wilbert was kept busy, pushing and pulling trucks for the workmen all day. Scruffy was put through his paces and wisely remained on his best behavior. When the work was done, Wilbert returned to the shed and spoke to Oliver. I'm sorry I got so cross with you, Oliver. I should have heeded your warning.
That's all right,
smiled Oliver.
You did manage to make Scruffy straighten up in the end. Toad tells me he hasn't said a peep since his ordeal at the bridge.
You may have pulled him apart, chuckled Wilbert, but I suppose I made him pull it together.